the Fox 9 Morning News.
7:34 now. Where can you go to sample fine wine, gourmet treats, and then learn the latest kind of foodie techniques?
Well, the 16th annual Food and Wine Experience, of course. Alex, at the Minneapolis Convention Center. Do you honestly think M.A. Rosko would join us live from anywhere else this morning? Of course not.
No.
Of course not.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm in the sweet spot, and she could be the Duchess of Desserts. She could be the Queen of Confections, but no, she hopes to be the Czar of Cakes, because that is the challenge this weekend. 6 cake decorators from around the Twin Cities, over-the-top cakes. That's the challenge. And Jenna Johnson, tell me about this cake. It doesn't even look like it's edible, but it is.
It is edible. It's all made out of fondant and gum paste, which is like a sugar dough that you can roll out or mold into grapes or caviar.
I mean, and the wood, it looks like wood, but that's airbrushed food coloring to give it that kind of balsa wood finish.
Yep, we actually painted that one with a giant paintbrush and pulled the food coloring across it, and it gives it that nice varnished look.
Wow. 6 cakes to take a look at. Now, for the purposes of the Food and Wine Experience, there's styrofoam inside, but, you know, if you were to hire them to do your wedding cake or something, there would be actual cake inside. I'm joined now by Brianne Bauer, and this is the 16th annual Food and Wine Experience. We have a little lineup of some of the things people can expect to see.
Yeah, these are some of the great new things at the show this year. We'll start with this dry soda, and it's really light sugar, so that's great.
The
bubbly
flavors, kumquat, cucumber, juniper berry.
And I tasted one yesterday that was lavender, which you wouldn't necessarily think lavender in a dry soda, but it tastes amazing, so soothing and so different. And then we have some Peace coffee, fair trade coffee, always great.
It's just great coffee,
yeah.
Period. Even if it were unfair trade,
you would still drink
I
it.
would still, no, I wouldn't. No, the fact that it's fair trade and delivered by bikes around the Twin Cities,
I love
awesome.
That. And then of course we have the vino. I couldn't help but open 2 of these, I'm sorry.
How many wines will there be scattered throughout the Food and Wine Experience?
There are over 400 wines to try.
So pace yourself, people.
Over the 2 days at the convention center,
Okay.
Yes. But no, it's great because every time you walk into a bottle shop, you think, well, my guests like this wine. Do I like this wine? And this is a great way to taste lots of different wines. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, with the wines, we have the cheeses from the Wisconsin Milk Marketing Board. Over 150 different cheeses to try, so come hungry.
My goodness.
Yes.
And then chocolate. Chocolate's been a big category. I keep saying this on the air. It's sort of an affordable luxury. The fact that chocolate that has cacao or a certain percentage, like 70 or more, is healthy. Well, that's all we needed to hear.
And especially this one's 80% dark chocolate, super healthy, lots of anti-aging ingredients as well.
Okay, what about chefs? We'll have some top-name chefs here throughout the weekend. What will they be doing?
They are going to be doing the Local Chef Challenge. This is the 2nd year we've been doing this challenge, and it's super exciting. It's like the Twin Cities version of Top Chef, so people can come down to the convention center, see these top Twin Cities chefs go head-to-head, and then we'll have one be named the Local Chef Challenge winner. And
we've got in the back a huge, and I do mean huge, paella pan. That comes from our friends at Kitchen Window. They'll be doing some barbecuing for us coming up, correct?
Yes, over in the barbecue pit, another new area of the show this year.
Okay, there are only a few tickets left for tomorrow.
Correct.
Plenty of tickets for Sunday. How much are they? Where do people get them?
They're $65 at foodwineshow.com, or you can buy them at the convention center here.
All right. You can tie in a big old feed bag, which I will be doing in just a few moments. Back to you.
And Emma, I couldn't help but notice one of your favorites there, a retro beer on the table. Little Schlitz, is that what that is?
Little Schlitz.
How about that?
Yeah, what's with the Schlitz? Brianne, what's with the Schlitz?
Again, just one of the hundreds of beers you can try. And according to Schlitz, it's what made Milwaukee famous.
It made Milwaukee
right.
famous.
Exactly.
There you go.
All right, well, you go and tie on a big old feed bag in fancy style.
Thanks.
Yes.
With her little pinky extended.
That's right, with her Schlitz.
With her Schlitz.
That's how Emma rolls.
That is.
That's why we like her.
Now, where can you go to sample fine wine, gourmet treats, and also learn some of those latest foodie techniques?
We like foodie techniques.
We do.
The 16th annual Food and Wine Experience at the Minneapolis Convention Center. That's where you go. Do you honestly think that M.A. Rosko would join us from anywhere else? Of course not. She's in search of something. What are you looking for? You're looking for something.
Oh, I'm wafting.
Wafting.
Waftage. Brisket waftage. Doug Huemoeller of Kitchen Window just sliced into that brisket, and man, the smell just exploded here in the convention center. Here at the Food and Wine Experience, some 400 wines, 300 beers, and at least 3 different kinds of planks. That's right, we are in the barbecue pit. Cedar, very popular, also oak, a little more subtle, and a little more subtle yet is maple. And at the plank grilling station, Doug Huemoeller. Now we tease the folks at home about this, something unusual that you might not normally see grilled on a plank. Now before you get away, Alex and Tom, any guesses as to what that is?
I don't know, Tom?
Is that a hot dish?
What did you say?
I don't know. It's
Okay, they don't know.
I have no idea.
Time's up.
All right, cedar planks, mashed potatoes.
I was going to
Never
say
have
mashed
a better mashed
potatoes.
potato in your life than cedar planks.
They're agog and bamboozled. That's what that is. So you kind of formed it on there, and it's going to impart a little bit of woodsiness, a little smokiness.
That's right. As the potatoes cook on the plank, the cedar gives up its essence and its flavor to the potatoes, so you get this really nice, rich, smoky flavor imparted into them, even if you don't have a smoker.
Wow. Now here in the barbecue pit, you'll be doing smoking, planking, which we're doing here,
right.
Kebabs, and also paella. And on the back there, grilling and smoking
is our brisket. So that's been on about 10 to 12 hours, and it takes about 14 hours to complete a brisket.
And I was asking you earlier, is there an easier way to do this if folks at home don't have that much time? The answer is no. Just don't do it. If you don't have the time to really do it right, don't do it.
Don't do a brisket. Low and slow, 12 hours until it reaches about 180 degrees.
Now, what are some other things that you like to put on the plank?
But, you know, we do planking with, for dessert, cake is amazing. So you put that on there, some chocolate, some marshmallows, roast it. We do cedar plank brie. So like you just take a round of brie cheese, put some berries on it. Nachos, fabulous.
Wow.
We take and make boxes out of them, and then you cook lasagna on them. Anything you can imagine. A plank is both a seasoning as well as a cooking vehicle. So use your imagination. Anything you can bake in your oven, you can do on the grill on a plank.
But it is important to soak the plank ahead of time.
Soak the plank for 20 to 30 minutes, and then choose a plank appropriate for the kind of food, because you know, cedar has a real distinctive flavor and something you may not want in all your food.
Which is why it is typically used with salmon, because salmon is a strong fish that can stand up to the cedar.
Right. That's right.
Well, may I taste your taters?
Of course you can.
It's incumbent upon me, people, as an investigative food journalist, it's incumbent upon me to see if it is in fact true that the plank has imparted a woodsy smokiness. Mmm. That's some good shizzle right there.
There's that a good
Yeah.
Wow.
She's befuddled.
Yes.
Taste buds
That's
are-
what I was just saying. We're not worthy of this
We're giving
guy.
away a whole bunch of secrets this weekend. So
Okay,
in addition to that, we've got ongoing classes, kind of seminars, teaching people basics about grilling, something a little bit more adventuresome. So.
Okay. And this is just me. I paired it with some Northwest beers like Widmer and Red Hook.
Yes.
But that's just me. I've created my ideal breakfast right here, people. It's all right there.
Almost all the food groups.
Almost. Our little
All
champion.
the food
enough.
groups.
That's my kind of meat and potatoes right
All
there.
right. You go back there and have yourself another bite. 'Cause you know she will anyway.
Of course you
We didn't have to tell her that.
Oh, of course. That does look good, though, doesn't it? 12 hours for the brisket.
Yum.
Oh, Keith Marley.
I'm hungry.
Juicy.
That time of the morning.
Flavorful.
We eat meat around here at this time of the morning.
Yeah, it's about lunchtime for us. It's
it
about
is.
right.